Rudy, what do you think this team took away? Like, you learned and are motivated by every playoff loss, but I guess the manner in which the West Finals went last year, do you think that was extra motivation for guys as far as like, oh, we really do need to make some jumps and improvements in certain areas?
I mean, it's always motivation when we try to get somewhere and you fall short. You know, when you watch, I don't know if everybody watched, but you had to watch a team be in a position that you think you could have been. So, yeah, it's always motivating. As a competitor, for me, it is.
What have you seen from Mike this camp? You talked about how injuries kind of slowed him out of the gates last year. Does he look more like the guy he was 2 years ago, or what have you seen from him thus far?
He's been competing. You know, his presence has been felt. Obviously, he had a couple setbacks, but you know, I think as long as he's with us and as long as he's able to, you know, be available as much as we can, and you know, his spirit is with us. At least for the regular season, I think that's good. And then obviously as we get into the playoffs and stuff, hope to get him back with 29-year-old legs.
This team is sometimes struggles some nights with motivation from myself. Like coming into this season, since like just a daily approach is different than this team.
I think we are more self-aware. We have a purpose, and we know what can be our downfall, and so it's almost like we get to catch ourselves. I mean, it happened today. Today we started practice. We turned the ball over too much. We weren't really sharp, and we stopped the practice. Coach stopped the practice for a little bit and reminded us of that, and then we're able to raise our level. And that's the most important thing, is to be able to, you know, NBA season is never a straight line. You know, it's going to be ups and downs, but we got to be aware of who we are. And when there's a little bit of adversity, and any moment, by the way, any minute, even when there's success, because sometimes the success can hurt us too, can get us too comfortable. So anytime, you know, no matter what, no matter the day, be consistent with who we are and hold ourselves accountable to that, and not let the results affect our approach. You know, I think if we're able to have that mindset, we're going to maximize our potential, and if we do that, can win a championship.
What have you seen from Oz, by the way, he kind of takes on the leadership in the second group?
It's been great. You know, it's been great. He's been, you know, a little more vocal. He's been bringing it every day. You know, his energy has been great. He's been in the weight room. So he's been good to watch him get comfortable, and you can feel that he's more and more mature every year.
Portland's a first game matchup where defensively they have the perimeter defense, they have the rim protection. Those are kind of ingredients that have stagnated your guys' offense in the past. Just throughout this year, not even that game, but whenever you run into teams like that, how do you want to see the offense more effectively, or how can it more effectively operate against those teams that have that kind of personality?
I want us to run, more importantly, run the floor, push the pace, and then offensively just make the easy right play. You know, we have a lot of weapons on this team, and we want to be aggressive. You know, we want everyone to be aggressive, but also make the simple right play and be able to do it consistently. I think if we do that, it's will become really, really hard to guard. You know, especially when we run our different actions and also on the pick and roll. And obviously we have a couple of guys that are talented, right? A few guys, but yeah, if we're able to do that consistently and play with pace, I think we're gonna be all right.
So simplicity, you think the easiest path to cutting down on the turnovers too? It seems like sometimes
I think simplicity and then being consistent by making the right play. Don't get bored. You know, just make the right play for ourselves, make the right play for our teammates, and run the floor, space for each other.
Rudy, how do you feel physically right now compared to 3 years ago?
I feel great. I mean, every year it's been different. I mean, when you get traded and you've been 9 years in the same spot, you know, there's always a lot of adjustment that come into place I don't think it's just physical. I think it comes with the spiritual, the mental, and a lot of things. So. It's been a great process, and right now today I'm feeling great. I'm excited.
Ant's been talking about getting you back to Defensive Player of the Year. Is that realistic?
Yeah, it's realistic. What you mean back?
Well,
Like I left or something.
yeah, no,
But yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. That's my mindset. I'm here to get number 5 against all the odds. That's my mindset, and I know that I need to help this team be the top defense that we can be. And for sure, every minute I step on the floor, and even when I'm off the floor, my voice, I try to impact all my teammates and impact the game like no one else can do it.
Rudy, this is Finchie's 5th full season now. I think he's one of the longest tenured coaches in the league. So what's the key for a coach with kind of holding on to longevity and making sure his voice doesn't get lost with you guys and that things stay fresh and that he continues to have good leadership here, that you guys doesn't get stale?
I think just stay sharp, stay true to who he is. He's hungry. He's hungry, and I think the players feel that. The players can feel when the coach is complacent or when the coach is hungry and always looking to improve. So I think coach is always looking for us to improve, and I don't think we've reached our best yet. So until we do that, I think it's good to have someone that pushes us to try to get there.
It does seem like this team's personnel has gotten from the outside a little bit more offensive type players than maybe it was even a couple of years ago when you had Nikhil and Kyle on the team. What has been the challenge, or how will you be able to kind of maintain being a top tier defense as maybe it doesn't look like the same level of defensive ability on the court all the time?
What was the beginning of the question?
Well, it seems like the personnel's gotten a little bit more geared towards offense than it was even a couple of years ago.
I think we got enough guy in this room for us to be a top defense in this league. We have some very good defenders, and I think it starts with our mindset. It starts with our consistency, our focus on the details. The things that same things I spoke about earlier. If you want to be a championship team, we gotta be who we are every single minute on the court, regarding of if our shots go in, if whatever happens offensively, whatever the weather is, whatever is going on, we got to be consistent in who we are, and if we do that, I think we got everything we need to be a top defense.